everyone. Today is a video that I have been looking forward to filming for quite some time now. So you can see I've got kind of a little setup here with two different projects that I have been wanting to work on. And if you've been following along with me either here on YouTube or on Instagram, you've at least heard about one of these two projects. So real quick, before I dive into either of these projects, I'll give you a really quick high-level overview of what's happening with each of these scenarios. So over here, we have a Milani blush palette. And if you watched my recent video where I was decluttering some things, I decided that finally it was time for this palette to go out of my collection because I really only like this center blush. I don't really like these two that much, and the packaging is super bulky and it's bothered me for a long time. So I decided that before I just get rid of this altogether, I am going to try my best to actually depot this center shade that I love and keep it and just get rid of all the rest of this. Project number 2 over here are these two Pat McGrath quads. I ordered this from Sephora. This one came first. It's obviously completely shattered. These two really exciting shades are destroyed completely. And that's how it came, shipped. And so I told them, sent them pictures. They graciously mailed me another one, but that one came damaged as well. So clearly Sephora needs to package these a little bit better. So when I contacted them about this second broken one, they asked if I wanted them to send me a third, and I said, you know what, no thanks, I'll take the refund instead. I would hate to have them keep mailing me something just to create so much waste. So I am going to try to at least resuscitate this one, and I might use some of the shadow from here in this one. I'm not sure. I don't know how this is going to play out. And again, before I dive into these, just to let you know, I've never done either of these things. I've never depotted a blush from packaging like this, and I have never kind of repressed or rebuilt eyeshadow palette. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to see how it goes together. I honestly have no idea. These might both be a complete failure, and that's okay. And I'm going to film, edit, and upload this video whether these go well or not, because I think it's important to show the fact that not everything goes as planned. So I am going to start out with the blush just because I kind of feel less intimidated by that. And then I will put a timestamp down in the description box below for the Pat McGrath palettes in case that's the part you're most curious about. Okay, so again, the objective here is to get this center blush out of this packaging. So I brought a few little tools with me. I grabbed screwdrivers and knives and stuff because I think I'm gonna either have to try to pry it out from the edge here, or it might screw apart, or I'm not really sure. Again, never done this. I do think I'm gonna start out by just literally seeing if I can slide a knife in between this crack. I mean, it's really tight in there. I don't know if I can. Ooh, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to really crack it. So, oh man, I've already cracked it a little bit, huh? So let me just dump that out. Okay, so this is what I'm scared of, and this is why people oftentimes don't try to depot things, is because pressed powders crack really easily if the pan is bent at all, the pan that it's in. So you can see there's a gap here between this plastic packaging and the metal pan that the product's actually sitting in. And it's a pretty good crack or gap there, but if I try to pry something out, I'm gonna bend that pan, and then like I did here, I'm gonna crack that shadow. So I almost think I have to get this lid part off then. Ooh, that was something. Okay, I have popped out one corner or one side. Woohoo! Okay, that feels really good to get rid of that. So now, hopefully, let me flip this upside down. Oh man, it's just more plastic. Okay, well, there may not be a good way to get this out of here without cracking it. So getting it out of that other piece of packaging didn't actually really do anything. Because I'm now still stuck at this exact same spot. shoot. Oh, geez, guys, this makes me sad because I really want to keep this blush. And also, for those of you who might be thinking, like, Morgan, that's the most boring pink blush I've ever seen. Like, yeah, that's exactly why I like it and I want to keep it. It's like just the world's most perfect neutral pink blush. I use it all the time in looks where I am, like, not wanting to make a blush statement exactly. And now, man, I don't know, guys. I mean, here's the thing is, like, I was going to just toss this whole entire thing or give it to a friend or whatever, like this whole blush palette. So if I end up ruining this, it's really not the end of the world. I just would have preferred to keep this. Otherwise, like, now I've got to go find a different perfect neutral pink blush, and it's not hard to do. It's just a pink blush, but, like, I've got to go buy it now. Oh, well, bad news. I went to dump off, like, the little flaky pieces, and the whole entire powder part of the blush came out of the pan. So it still is, like, in one piece, essentially, here. I mean, it seems like bad news, but maybe I can yank the pan out of here now because I'm not afraid to bend it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But this is what we have now. Okay, that was a blessing in disguise, I think, because I believe I will be able to repress that blush into here now that the pan is out. So it was just this piece of glue here that really was holding it in there, and I can now get rid of all of this and just keep the one blush that I actually want to keep. Okay, so again, I'm not an expert in, like, repressing things or anything like that. This is actually pretty secure in here, but this edge keeps flaking off, and I just watched a really quick video to see how I can repress this, and it basically said spray it with water. So, you know, this is just like a repurposed bottle. It's just tap water in here. It said spray it with water and then, like, compress it in with, like, paper towel or something. So we're gonna try that, and if it ruins it, it ruins it, right? This is just for experimentation. So, like, this is fine to me that I lost a little bit of the product. I'm going to end up, I don't have it with me right now, but I'm gonna end up gluing a magnet to the back of this and putting it in my magnetic palettes. This one I'm gonna call a win. I, you know, lost a little but gained a lot in my opinion. There it is. Okay, I have to admit that I'm much more nervous about this part. That blush felt very low stakes to me because, like, to be honest, I didn't care that much. It was very replaceable in my mind. Whereas, like, this palette is something I really, really, really wanted. And after getting 2 broken palettes and after seeing the insane mess that this one made when I opened it up and it, like, went all over my floor, I am a little scared of this. So just to give you a little more context with this, like I said, I ordered once, told them it was broken, they sent it to me again. I told them it was broken, then they gave me a refund. So essentially, I'm not losing money here, but it bums me out that this might go to waste, right? Like that this very high quality product might go to waste. And it also bums me out that this is my first experience with Pat McGrath because I was really excited to try her brand, and now I feel kind of just, like, let down. I mean, I know it's not Pat McGrath's fault. Like, let me show you what Sephora packaged this in. So Sephora sent it to me in a box like this. It just has, like, just flaps, and then all it was inside of was this piece of paper, like, just folded, regular, like, not even heavyweight paper. So there was no, like, bubble wrap or anything, and I just want to be clear, I appreciate Sephora's, like, you know, attempts at being sustainable with their shipping practices. I appreciate that, and I'm sure a lot of things would have done just fine being shipped in a box like that. But if you're getting feedback from customers that things are breaking in that packaging, it's actually much more wasteful, right? Because, like, now the packaging is waste, but this is also waste now if I, like, can't save it. And I think most people probably would have just tossed it. So it's actually increasing the waste here that they then sent my second one packaged the exact same way. They didn't do anything different, and that's frustrating to me. So I appreciate their intent, it just didn't work out. Now, the second one did come in much better shape. So it really is only this shade that looks like it's going to be a problem. I haven't actually tried to like flip the palette upside down or anything. I'm like very nervous to do that because I'm worried that this one's also actually secretly cracked. It just like I can kind of see that things look like they've shifted in there. So I think I'm gonna try to salvage this one, and I'm probably gonna use this one as sort of like a tool to do so. And then I'm not sure, we'll see kind of where this one is at the end of things and what I might or might not be able to do with it. Now, that means that for this guy, the first step probably needs to be to like get this out of here, get it cleaned up, and then trying to like repress this in safely. Okay, that went relatively well. I mean, it is only this shade that's broken. I'm surprised this one didn't kind of come out of there at the same time. So I think I'm gonna have to like scrape the edges here, and then I really wanna get it cleaned up the best I can without ruining any of these shadows. But like this shadow got into all of them just a little bit, and I'd like to get that off of there too. This is going pretty well. Happy about it. So I don't need to worry about the actual mirror because I haven't taken off the little like sticky yet, but these edges are gonna bother me for sure. Okay, so I'm now at a point where I basically want to like really thoroughly wipe this out, but I'm gonna get frustrated if it keeps getting like into these other shadows. So I think I'm gonna like put paper or something over the top of these and like tape that down so that I can really focus on this. So let me grab some supplies. Okay, here we are with everything taped up. Okay, so that looks pretty dang good. I know if I pick this up, it's going to like crack into pieces because I tried to do that with this one and it obviously cracked into pieces. So I am not going to do that. I might like, Okay, I mean, yeah, I overthought that way too much. I'm just gonna press it in with some paper towel. All right, I mean, with this sort of final cleanup here, I think I'm like kind of done. I feel weird about it. Like I feel like something must still be going wrong with this that I don't realize yet. I mean, is it beautiful? No. Does it solve my problem? Yes. I mean, I now have, in theory, a complete Pat McGrath palette that just looks a little funky, right? And then maybe I'll think about doing something with that very broken one real quick at the end here. Okay, and then because of the excitement of all of this, I'm gonna also do the satisfaction of peeling that off with everybody. I just love that. So here we go. I mean, like that worked. I think it looks a little funky, but it's gonna be completely functional and I could not be more excited. Now, do I want to tackle this one? I don't even really know how I would begin. Like, you know, for the last one, because it was just this shade that was broken, I put the paper down on top and like flipped it over. But this one, if I do that, I mean, these two are both gonna get all mixed up everywhere. But I feel like what a waste to not at least try something. I think I'm gonna try to take these pieces off on their own because they are big chunks, you know? Most of this shade is like large pieces like this. Ugh, but it's so hard to get it out of here. Where's my knife? I guess I could mix the two and make like a little hybrid shade and put the hybrid shade back in both. Would that be cool? Let's do that. Let's just let this be an experiment. I can't try to put this back together in order to give it to someone anyway, so yeah, we're gonna do a little experiment. I am going to scrape all of this out of here. So I think I'm gonna take this, and I think I've lost a lot of it. So I don't know if I wanna mix in all of the bronze, because about half of this pan of eyeshadow actually fell like on the floor in my house and I couldn't salvage it. So I'm gonna mix like a little bit in at a time here. Okay, now I've got this complete crumbly mess that I need to get back into this palette. It's going to be a mess trying to get this back in there. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is like one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life. At this point, I'm just gonna press these with my fingers because honestly, I am such a mess right now, like physically, like my hands, that it's not gonna make any difference. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Okay, guys, this is something I probably never would have done if I didn't have a YouTube channel. So just thank you for giving me an excuse to be ridiculous. Okay, I am gonna get myself like a little cleaned up because I don't think I can even like try to start cleaning off this palette until I and this like surface are a little more clean. Okay, and now I can use some like water and paper towels to try to clean this off. And then I think I'm gonna swatch my little Franken shade here next to the two in the palette that I've restored so we can just see if it's any different. Okay, so here we have it. The palette that's like more or less restored to its original condition, and then the palette that has these two same shades, but then this one is that like Franken shade of half and half of each of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this whole quad. I'm gonna swatch these two and then these two so that then I can swatch the Franken shade next to these ones. Really nice champagne shimmer. It feels very like, I don't even know how to describe it. That's a weird feeling shadow. It feels almost wet. It's very interesting. Oh man, that one crumbled everywhere. I think these are just crumblier, softer than I'm used to. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is like the eyeshadow of my dreams. This is my first time swatching these, you guys, because they've been so messed up that I haven't been able to do it. Oh gosh, it's plummier than I expected and I love it. Okay, the more like rose gold duochrome shade. I know I have to be careful with this one. Oh my goodness. I am so excited for that one. And then the bronze of my dreams. It has like little glittery looking particles in there. So there is like that really even base, but it's still very reflective. And then let's see how my little Franken shade compares to those two. So I'll swatch it below them and then I'll also swatch it like alongside them so you can see. So it's definitely gonna pick up more of that gold, I think, but we'll see if it looks any different. I think it's a little different. Okay, let's see. So we'll put that there. It looks pretty similar, but then let me swatch it like, here maybe. Okay, so hopefully you can see it did darken the base significantly, but it still has like that sparkle and shine from this gold shade. So actually I really love that. I think that's gonna be a fun Franken shade to have. Okay, so that's that. There you have it. I mean, that was super fun. I'm excited because I have like all of this done now. You know, I have these two palettes cleaned up. I have a crazy weird new mixed shade and I have this blush back that I love without having to have all the bulky packaging. So I cannot wait. I also discovered that it's magnetic. So that's exciting. Don't even have to glue a magnet on the bottom. I'm officially actually done with these projects. So thank you guys so much. This was so fun. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for being here and I will see you next time.